Welcome back, everybody, to the Underground League. Tonight we are showcasing NeVe Aurora versus Lag Gaming, formerly known as the Grim Demons. Pretty excited for this match. We've got a huge lineup for this entire week, so make sure you're checking out our Discord as well. We'll drop the link in a moment. Tonight, this will be the second game that we've casted this week of just NeVe Aurora between the different leagues that we're in. So it's going to be really exciting just to see how they do against different teams in different leagues. What's everybody else feeling like?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's kind of cool to see the same team back to back like this. I know sometimes in those stressful situations in games, you can start to fatigue a little bit, and with the practices and whatnot. So 2 nights in a row, 2 different leagues. It looks like they have their plate full, as do we, casting games this week. I'm excited to see Aurora again against this Lag Gaming team. How about you, Smoto?
Well, I agree. It's always a pleasure to watch NeVe play, because we've casted a few games with them and we know what they can do, and they have a well put together team and they got some chemistry. But I'm always excited to see the new teams too, because they bring something new to the table that we haven't seen. You know what I mean? And even if they don't, it's always nice to see new teams joining and building too, because when I do get to see them again, I'm gonna see how much they've grown from the past stream. But with that being said, NeVe, I'm expecting to see some big plays, and I want to see an ace again this time. We didn't get to catch that ace that last game, but I'm sure it's coming back.
That's right. The first time we did the cast for NeVe Aurora, Blur had 2 aces. Is that correct?
Yes, in one game. Yes.
In 1 game. Yeah, it'd be cool to see again.
And it was the one of them was the game-winning round.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And both times now that we've casted for NeVe Aurora, they have won both those games. Correct?
Yes. Yeah, they've been absolutely monsters out on the field, and I mean, granted, we've only seen them on Oregon, but maybe we'll get a little bit of variety tonight. Maybe we'll get something different. Maybe it'll be the same one. They'll just be able to walk right on through.
And with that being said, we've only seen them on Oregon, but from what we've seen on Oregon, like you said, they're monsters on the field. They're pretty dominant with that map and comfortable, and have a real methodical pace to their strats on offense and defense. So I'm expecting some good play out of them on a different map as well, just because of the pace that they can play on Oregon. It feels like they've been a team for a while.
Definitely. We're going to head over to the band phase screen here because they will be starting that momentarily. Enjoy.
Do we know what we don't have confirmation on the map yet? Okay.
Yeah, it's I think I can make some pretty safe predictions, at least 2 on the operator bands without even knowing the map. Thatcher and Mir are pretty much a given these days.
It's not like you got any statistics behind that, right?
No,
Just
I
an
mean,
educated guess.
no, I mean, if I had to guess, I'd like something like 70%. If you could
Yeah.
fact check that, you'd probably find that I was correct. But
I wonder who you got that information from.
wouldn't be my my friendly
It
caster bud.
it wouldn't be
Smoto,
our
would it?
silver too. That's for sure. We're shot fired there. I
Blow me.
apologize. I really didn't have to. There it goes. That quick. Started a war. Won the battle and started a whole war.
Yeah, we're just not going to talk about that silver 2.
We don't have to talk about it. We can
it's
see it.
It's a Smurf account.
That's worse. Oh man, that's like Diver telling us that his goal was to get negative in Elo, and I didn't even know that was possible. When he found out that it could be possible, that was his goal, right?
You know, some people try to do something, but when I try to do something, I excel at it. I really strive for it hard, and I think that's why I was able to get negative E. And that's probably
And-
why you didn't know about it. You just tried.
Right.
You didn't
Oh,
strive to
But
put
the
the
reason
time
I
in.
didn't know about it, Diver, is because I come from a cloth that's cut from some people strive to achieve things, and some people just do things, right?
I just do
But
it.
yeah, see, he just does it.
All right, so far we've got NeVe Aurora banning Coastline and Villa, and thankfully Lag has banned Oregon as well.
Hey.
Awesome. Let's get it out of there.
Yeah,
Hey,
we've
maybe
still
they
See
got
didn't
what these
watch our
teams can do on some other maps.
Bank banned by Lag. So it's down to Chalet, Clubhouse, and Cafe just got banned. So it's Chalet or Clubhouse. This could be really interesting. I bet they banned Chalet, and they do. We are playing Clubhouse.
Awesome.
All right, good map.
Who has are we doing picks on who gets attack and defense, or is that random?
That info will be sent to me momentarily. So in the meantime, we're going to switch to you guys, and I'll get this running.
Alrighty. So Clubhouse. I think Clubhouse is one of them maps that, you know, I don't know anything about Lag's team because we haven't casted them. But based off of the play from Oregon, I feel like Clubhouse is a good complement to NeVe Aurora's play style as well. Based off of what we've seen them do on Oregon, I feel like Clubhouse is the most similar map you can get to that.
Yeah, I agree with that, and not just the map, you know, layout and how you have to play it, but also NeVe Aurora's play style. Like you said, they have been able to be extremely patient when we've watched them at the right times and been able to sync things up. And this is one of those old maps. So what I consider to be an old map. They did rework it obviously years ago, but it's been in the game for a while and it's always been in the ranked playlist. And when something's been available for that long, it might get a little bit stale here or there. So
Right.
all the strats, people watch the pros and they come up with all these things, but there's only so much to come up with strategy wise. So I think what it comes down to is obviously execution for one, but two, being patient at the right time and being aggressive at the right time. And so far, when we've watched NeVe Aurora, they've been able to pick the right moments to be the right team.
Exactly, and maybe I'm phrasing it wrong, saying that they have a methodical pace because they cover so much real estate early. But like you said, in the mid round, they get patient and get their intel back with their droning on offense, in particular. That they're a very advantageous team. You know what I'm saying? They get the intel and they see the opening and they take it right then. And it just seems like the pressure is always being applied throughout the whole round instead of a big push at the end or got some big picks in the beginning. It's just a steady pace throughout, but they do have that slight bit of patience in the middle to where they slow down and regather, and it seems almost advantageous play style right there.
Yeah, we rarely see that pause in speed right outside of the site. We rarely see that come back to bite them. Maybe once or twice, but they usually are so good at the beginning of their attack that they have a man advantage and they can just take their time. Now, my question for you is, with that really slow, kind of methodical, like you were saying, patient attack from NeVe Aurora, what do you think Lag Gaming is going to have to do here defensively to stall out what is already a patient but effective attack?
I believe that they're gonna have their roamers kill as much time as possible, like we saw last night when NeVe Aurora was losing their momentum. Is because the roam game, the not necessarily roaming, but having presence on floors outside of the objective, slowing down their push on OBJ, was causing a lot of time. So, and like I said, the constant pressure that they have is like the anaconda effect. You know, they're just squeezing you tighter and tighter to the site to where they can win their gunfights, and stalling them from getting into that position and being able to do that is your best bet against a team on offense like NeVe.
Also,
Yeah,
I forgot to mention last night we were corrected. It is pronounced NeVe, and Kiddo is Keto. And Maya is actually short for Melanie, so I assume Mela.
Okay, I will try my best.
Way to make easy names, guys. Thank you.
Millie, Keto, Millie, right?
Mela.
Mela, and Keto. I will try my best because on the fly, so much is happening on that screen. Hey, much
Now-
love, NeVe or NeVe. See, it's hard for me to say it naturally.
NeVe.
NeVe.
Yeah.
I'm so adjusted to saying NeVe.
So, Smoto, going off what you were saying with the ranging your defense out to kind of stall them out on multiple floors, you think this is a more advantageous or less advantageous map to do that on than Oregon?
Well,
You think it's easier or more difficult to do that?
well, the way I see it is, we start off on Oregon in our kids bump, right? The start off here is usually cash CC, so I see the kids bunk the way that they're gonna take that balcony and they're gonna get that master wall open, but you try to stall them out as much as you can on that trophy, in that trophy room, armory side. That's kind of the way that I'm seeing the rafters in the garage area for Clubhouse, you know. So it's like I said, it's not necessarily a roam, but a stall. If they can get a good stall and keep them bodies up in those pivotal areas, that it switches your push. It throws anybody's offense off. Switching somebody on the fly like that. And some teams are really good at adjusting, like NeVe. So, and they're great at adjusting their defense as well, as we saw last night. That's why I said I feel like they've been a team for a while, or they're a really matured team as far as their knowledge of siege. That as a whole, it's going to be tough to win any rounds on offense or defense against them. So your best bet is to just stall. And on offense, their best bet against NeVe when they're on defense is to split that map in half. And I felt like, the Maverick ban on Oregon was a good ban because it stalled NeVe's attack, but it also hinders yourself too if you don't have a answer behind it. And so that's something you have to prepare for if you know that you're gonna ban that operator.
Yeah, I completely agree. Well, I'm starting to become a bit of a fan of NeVe here, watching them win, and I really like how they play. But for me tonight, I'm really hoping Lag doesn't pull any punches. I really hope they can give NeVe everything they can hand there, or NeVe, excuse me, everything they can handle. And I'd like to see what NeVe does with a little bit of adversity being behind, and how they respond in that situation.
I believe it's gonna be a good game either way. If lag does come and brings their A game, we already know that NeVe is always on point, bringing their A game. So it's gonna be a hard fought regardless. I don't think we'll see a sweep by any means between these two teams. So it looks like we're about to kick this thing off and start banning these operators. So with a map like Clubhouse, what is your guess?
Well, that exterior wall, that cache site is going to be played so many times. That exterior wall is so important. I think that we're going to see a Thatcher ban, obviously, by one of these two teams, and they knew who they were picking quick. It automatically went down to that 5-second mark. So there goes a Maverick.
Strong on that server wall.
Yeah, so They have a choice here. I think they'll probably go for the Thatcher now. And that was probably smart by Lag to go for the Maverick first because Thatcher's almost a default ban at this point. And if you get that first ban, you could pick who you want because there's a good chance that default ban is going to get picked by the second team, and he
The
doesn't.
Ying. So that leaves Flores and Thatcher still on the board. So
And
offense on both sides have options
and
to get in that wall.
do you remember looking at those two picks there, how effective the Maverick ban was, even though NeVe
Yes.
didn't pick it? They really rolled over on the last team they played when Maverick was banned, and then you remember what they did when they played Ying. So
Yeah.
that might have been some good target banning there.
The Maverick pick was actually on NeVe's side this time.
Yeah, I think they maybe learned from their game last night when SRG banned the Maverick that, man, maybe that's not a bad play there.
Right. And the Valkyrie ban.
I
Not
was
surprised by the mirror ban.
no, and the Valkyrie ban too. I was maybe hoping for like a Kaid or something, but these teams are, with the strategies they prepare for certain operators. So I'm sure with Kaid still being on the board, they're ready to bank still and get that wall open.
And they got one of the hard breaches off. They know Thatcher is still on the board. Banning it was a good pick by them not to ban with them playing defense first. One of their denials because they're still Thatcher and 3 other hard breach options still on the board.
And there is the sixth pick over to Kid. So the attackers are choosing to go with the Thatcher and the Thermite. Obviously, got to have that get that hardware off the wall. Have somebody to open it up. I like the Thatcher pick. He seems to open up the biggest hole. And I'll be interested to see what the rest of the team does once they get that wall open. If they have a push from the other side, or maybe they all rotate once that's open. Because once that's open, you constantly have to worry about somebody being out there.
See, they did the 6 pick to the Cade, and Cade can really get his devices in some tricky places that you can't find it and get it off. But what worries me about that is that Thatcher's on the board. And in my scenario, because, I'm only one man, I find it easier to trick a Thatcher's EMPs with the Bandit than I do the Cade devices.
Yeah, you can see that kind of that blue glow when it's coming, when they throw it too close to the wall.
Right, so we got 4 of their players over here spawning on that CC side.
And that doesn't surprise me much. I think they're going to try to waste no time getting this wall open. They got to watch for runouts. They got to get some intel on Garage.
Quickly getting the Fink in the stock.
Yeah, stock already. And I saw the drone go by, so they're droning out the bar.
They're gonna try to get a frag from below, expecting that they're gonna be tricking.
Mark, but he only takes a little bit of health.
Fragging common spots didn't get anybody.
No. So now playing B, they did get it open already. Bomb located by attackers. So it looks like NeVe has got a player on rafters. That's pretty default. Angon is just kind of playing in that sketchy corner there. I don't like sitting there, but it's not a bad spot. And I think
it's going to drone out Wamai right here in these rafters, too.
Yeah, but it's going to be a 1v1. They do have that cross angle now on the rappel, so if he tries to run away, he's going to get pinched here.
It looks like Fink has got the peak.
Oh, Grim takes a bunch of damage there.
Zofia trying to play some vertical play from that grenade toss.
Yeah, and he got a little bit of return fire there, and he actually took more damage than he was able to dish out. Here comes the
quick little engagement. Nope.
Maybe
the timing there.
Yeah, there was an alarm there, and maybe he decided he got a little scared and pushed back. Oh! Hits him down, finishes
the job done right there.
Gets rid of cameras, other utility, and here comes the push. 5v2 already. As Simo gets blur. It's up to Shirt now on red stairs, and Mute has to rotate from construction. Excuse me, down below in secret.
And they got the smoke off of them steps. So it's down to the Jaeger.
Mute has a good flank here. I don't think they know he's there. He's going to get at least one here, I would think. Didn't see the guy to his right. He got that far pick, but the refrag happens quickly.
And the smoke was on the top of the red, but they had 2 players coming up the red at the same time. The best he could do was stall some time for the Jaeger to get a flank on one of them to create a better fight for them. But that pick from the garage door into the rafters is big every time. Losing them rafters makes that site so hard to hold. And it looked like they were stalling enough time from the get, but they made their attack all at once. Everybody had a refrag behind them, you know,
Yeah.
except for that one pick into that rafters, and that was the biggest pick.
Right. Once that rafter spot is gone, then it's just open game to get into garage and start pinching off that site. And they didn't even need to plant because that collapse was so quick and effective. They just started picking players off.
NeVe opting to go back to the same site, but instead of Decade, they're bringing a mute.
Okay. Yeah. Let's see if they've got no, they're not going to be able to. So instead of the thermite this time, they ended up bringing a Habana. A mute can't really do any kind of trick or
No.
kind of like bandit tricking kind of type thing against that particular operator.
Well, it looks like they've decided they're going to get the wall open regardless. A good team's going to get the wall open, and that they were droning well. So let's stop some of the intel they got and bring them more into these firefights, because we know NeVe is a team full of people well capable of firing those weapons great.
And I wonder if Mila's going to maybe play that rafter a little bit less aggressive.
They got mute very extended. Look at that.
And the aim gun is gone already. 5v4, Advantage Lag Gaming.
They have mute very extended over there. It looks like he's waiting for it, and there goes the pick on.
Yep, that was a refrag there. It was just a long delayed one. The attackers got a man advantage again, 4v3. They still have control of garage. They got a man covering bar, it looks like. Oh no, a bar is being attacked, so that's been cleared out by the attackers.
Yeah, they got full control of the bottom floor right now. And they're just now opening the wall, and they still got 2 minutes left.
Yep.
Looks like the Habana charges went off a little funny.
Yeah.
And created a ugly little opening for him.
Yeah, that's not going to be good. And she has no more left, so they're going to have to crawl through that. I doubt they can vault, but I bet you're going to be able to expect a garage push here. Going to at least sit on that rappel for the pinch on that Wamai.
Yeah, it caused a little crossfire there. But the sledge has been sneaky downstairs.
Yeah, he's going to get rid of some utility as he comes through the hard breach underneath the Wamai. Going to hold that angle. As shots are fired. He's going to sneak around, hope he's not noticed.
And they got the pick on the top rafter.
He did get him from outside. Great job there, just pinching him and waiting for him to make a bad move and expose himself. Sure gets a pick on the WTR.
That was the big frag. That was that sledge trying to be sneaky.
Yep, excuse me, down below it's Black still has a man advantage, 3v2. They got plenty of time, still a minute left. Here comes some smoke. I don't think they know he's there. He's gonna get at least one here, I would think. Didn't see the guy to his right. Yeah, I think they're gonna realize they have enough control here. They might try to go ahead and plant.
And the smoke was on the top of the red.
Blur is getting pushed back. He's worried about that construction side.
Stall some time for the Jaeger to get. I think he might have wanted them to create a better fight for them. If Sophia gets antsy here, he might get this headshot right here on this Zoph.
Yeah, I'm sure that Zoph can kind of see where the bullet angles are coming from. Knows he's up top. Damn, high sees the arm.
He got him.
Yeah, Zoph can.
Got him knocked down.
Yep, great job by Blur. Doing what he does. Gets that pick. Was this man planting, but he can't get the kill. It's up to Shirt now, and Lycos.
Oh my gosh.
With the double kill there, clutches that round with the plant and kills the last two defenders. Great play
by almost clutched
Lycos.
that round though.
He did.
Lycos really sealed the deal for his team right there, because getting Blur and getting that pick on the smoke, because I think that was the last canister, right?
Yes, it was.
That was the last canister Shirt had. So getting that pick on Blur and be able to swing the smoke, knowing that he was going to be pushing down the middle of the hallway, trying to, expecting that Blur hit him a little bit, was a great play. I didn't think it was going to happen like that, because Blur got two big picks right there on that Thatcher and Zoph in the rafters. That it was really looking to the defender sided At first, when it was looking offense sided, it looked defender sided off of them
It,
2 picks.
and a lot of times when you have a good player like Blur with great gun skill, when you see somebody like that go off with 2 picks in very quick succession, and
Right.
they know where the next guy is, they're almost always going to get that third
It's a
pick.
snowball effect.
Exactly.
The Thatcher seems to be doing great for the offense right here. It's very time efficient for their attack.
Yeah. Yeah, they're getting to the end of the round, but they're in the right place when they need to be so that there's not too much pressure as the attackers to finish that round off.
See,
So
it wasn't bad that Lycos picked the Habana there. Even though it messed up their hard reach a little bit, it didn't seem like they needed to get too much of that wall open. That wasn't their main focus because they sent the sledge very extended to get the. It's like they knew Jaeger was over there on the extended roam, and the push wasn't really coming from that wall. They took the garage again and just kind of had that wall open so they could get a cross angle. They wasn't worried about actually entering from the server side.
So it looks like a frustrated NeVe team is going to go ahead and just skip that cache site for now, give that up, and go ahead and go downstairs. And SPXM is already down in the tunnel. He's going to go ahead and try to drone out, but get blocked by a mute jammer. Try to get some intel, put some pressure on these guys from dirt while the rest of his team pushes. I think this is a great spot to hold during a round, but you can't die before your team is ready for you to die, if you know what I mean. And he gets a pick anyway on Mila, over peeking. And Lag is at the bottom of main stairs, already got a good angle laying down, trying to cover that cross.
Blur might not even know that he's there because he's been on his pulse watching the Finca.
Yep. He might have a free kill if anybody tries to cross.
And
Grim gets a kill on Blur.
Blur got picked by Zoph laying down at the bottom of that main.
Yep, there it was. Ingon's going to take an angle here, and I don't think Grim knows he's there. He's laying down. It's going to be a weird spot to have to aim down and shoot at. As SPXM gets a frag onto mute, it's 5v2 already, attackers, and we're only a little halfway into this round. SPXM goes down.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Finished by Shirt.
On drone. And he's got drones everywhere. He's going to have to pull some crazy firefighting skills here.
We got more rotate coverage by Simo here as the drop goes down by Lycos with that deadly gun with Habana. Lycos is going to go ahead and start planting here. They got the man advantage. They think they have the cross.
Angan getting a great headshot on that man in blue that was much needed.
Got some smoke grenades, but those are too little too late for Shirt here to be throwing. I don't know if they had intel
And
that he
he
was
just
planting.
didn't have his line of sight in the right direction.
No, and Lycos
He's
gets another
coming through with
frag.
some big. Ooh, Lycos.
Man, this man is tearing it up with Habana's gun.
Lycos looks like he's really comfortable with that, ain't he? With that
he
Type
really
89.
does. He
Because
really
that's
does.
twice we've seen that man get a 2K at the end of the round with quick succession.
And he is really dominating right now. 5-0. He hasn't even died yet.
I haven't seen a team put the pressure on NeVe so quickly like this
Yes.
yet, and this is interesting because the Zofia got down to the bottom of that main sneaky, you know, and they had already had somebody in dirt all the way through. There was no contestment in dirt at all.
Two of the
They put
most
the door up.
That's right. Two of the most important angles to cover for the attackers were already covered and already had picks on in the first 45 seconds to a minute of the round.
Right. And they split the map by doing that. They split the map in half, putting the players at them angles. But I don't believe that NeVe should give up the dirt for free this round.
No, I don't think so either. And I'll be interested to see if they do
Excuse me.
and how they're going to stop it if they do plan to contest that.
Yeah, I feel like they should stall that dirt a little bit or at least stall the man getting down main, because having that man in dirt or having both a player in dirt and main is cutting the map off too hard to where nobody can even cross to assist, and it's kind of keeping whoever's playing by the B-bomb stuck in that corner, and they have to choose which one they're going to prioritize.
And I haven't been able to notice yet, but has NeVe even really had a roam presence at all Or are they just turtling down so far on this map?
It looks like they're turtling up. They tried to deep roam on that Jaeger who got caught when they sent the sledge over there on stripper side. But it doesn't look like they've really had much roam game this time. They just, like I said, they gave up the dirt for free. They're putting the door up and just trying to get the intel that somebody's coming from dirt, but not really no contestment.
Right.
And hopefully they don't do that this round.
And dirt has been breached. SPXM is already working his way down there. It doesn't seem to be contested at this point, but they did leave that door open, so it wasn't just completely free real estate. It's dangerous for both the defenders and the attackers.
They're
WTR.
peeking each other right here.
Yep.
And getting a big
WTR
perk,
gets
getting the
blurred
pulse
here.
off the round.
That's a
That's a
big
lot of
pick on
intel
blur.
lost.
Yeah, it is. Grim gets shirt. 5v3 already for
Now
Light
there's
Gaming.
nobody there to stop the Finka from getting through dirt.
And they are just tearing up this NeVe defense. Take some damage. Gonna throw the frag. It looked like a good frag to me.
Oh no.
And he didn't even need it.
Shots by SPM.
5v1 already. Plant goes down.
Ooh,
Gets
good
one.
headshot.
That was great, but he gets flanked through the church and a moto site. And already a 4-0 lead for Lag Gaming.
It seems like everything that I was saying that NeVe does right, Lag is doing as well. They have a suffocating presence on offense, splitting that map off, and getting that dirt for free is really allowing that.
Yeah. They aren't really contesting any of the peripherals to the main site, and I think Lag Gaming is getting used to not having much resistance, and they are getting to the site quickly, and I think because of that, they're having the option to execute when they want to, at the speed they want
Right.
to, and the clock isn't any factor at all for them right now.
And if NeVe throws their Hail Mary defense right here, just one of those defenses to where you're like, I'm already down, let's make a play, they would catch Lag, because Lag is moving so far ahead so fast because
Yes.
they're giving them so much real estate that they're going to keep doing it, and you will catch them one of these rounds if you throw that Hail Mary in there.
Now, looking at NeVe's lineup here, the mute, Wamai, that tells me they're probably setting up for some more turtling. They've got Blur is playing with those little health packs, the smoke, the mute. I don't see any indication here that they are gonna branch out a little bit from site. Maybe the mute on Jaeger, but they might.
I think
be playing
they
same
could
old, same
stall
old
them
here.
out. Stall them out this round if they get a little more aggressive on the defensive end, because like I said, they're taking so much real estate so fast that they won't expect resistance early, because they've had it given to them a little bit on some of the map, that if they make that Hail Mary play, they'll win. And I'd like to see the Bandit picked over the mute here, because that Thatcher's been a problem, and they haven't really put no pressure on that server window to stop
was about to
somebody
say,
from tricking.
I haven't seen pressure on the server window yet, so why not give that Bandit a try? And
Right.
maybe they just assume that that's not a play here and they don't practice it much, but I would have to
Right.
think that they are skilled enough to give that a shot.
Lyco's going for the bottom garage. Maybe they'll try to burn and frag this Wamai out of this rafter here. Hurry up and clear him out of there.
And Lycos with the thermite now instead of the Habana, but I'm sure he is just as deadly. They're going to go ahead and slowly work on that Wamai up in the garage. They've got the intel. They just droned him.
Wamai's about to get
Up too.
an engagement right here with Sophia.
There it is. Grim gets Mila. And the Wamai
and
is
that's-
off the board already.
Right, and they lost that rafter presence there, and they still have a minute and 40 on the board, so that's big.
Yeah, you're losing
And
that
there goes
garage
that-
way too early.
And there goes a
Lycos-
pick on that oh goodness. Shirt getting a dirty headshot on that SPXM.
That was nasty.
So there goes that server window presence. Grim. Just running in the garage. They got all the
Yep.
presence. They're getting the plant down right now.
Plant's going down. It's 4v2 advantage Lag. And here we go. Post plant once again as Angron goes down to Simo on the rappel.
4v1 now.
And it's down to Shirt with low health and a shotgun. And
Ooh,
the range is just too far, and he
right.
just misses the head. And Lag can't be stopped right now.
And they were just able to swing that because they had a 4v1 advantage, you know. Let's send one of these players to at least try to get the frag or get some intel on what this player's ratting at, you know, if he is ratting.
All right, look at the map pick here, Smoto. Or the site pick, I'm sorry. What
Gym
do you
bedroom.
do? What do you do if you're NeVe Aurora and this is your last chance to get a point on defense on what has traditionally been a defensive-sided map?
Right. They have to they almost have to bring the castle. The frost pick, there is quite a few windows that
Yeah.
you can get a lot of pressure from. That if you can kind of hunker down and keep the pressure off of the jacuzzi and Logi side, you can get some
Attackers need to
pressure
locate
off of you to not have to actually hold those angles as heavy. But it looks like they're gonna bring that alibi because the gym bedroom's hard to defend, and it's a very tight. There's not a lot of rotate that really can be made. That having some alibis there might not be a bad decision, but
I think, though, I have a bad feeling for NeVe Aurora here because Lag Gaming, look what they brought.
by attackers.
They've got Zofia, Soft Destruction, Lycos, Destruction, W2R with the
Flores.
excuse me, with Flores and the drones, more destruction. They can destroy. They can destroy castles. They can destroy frost mats. They can destroy the ADSs.
Right.
I think this lineup by Lag here is going to counter this defense perfectly. And unfortunately, I have a bad feeling. We might be looking at a 6-0 here early in this
Yeah,
match.
because they may have only brought 2 sets of nades, but they still brought 4 C4s riding on a drone, and that can be just as good as a nade at times.
Now, NeVe barricaded the server wall here, which is pretty standard, even on a bedroom defense. Try to slow people down and make them worry about roamers and have to clear. But I don't really see him holding that cache site that I can tell.
And I feel like this may be the Hail Mary play that they was talking about because Blur is pretty far off the site. She's going to try to get that roam because they're obviously pushing that cache side. She might be able to sneak up Garage or Red and get that flank.
Man,
And there goes Grim getting
Mila.
a pick on Mila on that Frost. And that's a really powerful gun to get out of the way.
Yeah, it is.
No.
And swinging, just swinging. So comfortable with their gun skill right now. Just swinging into the site, clearing it out. And NeVe's in trouble. They get one. It's 4-3. Lycos goes down. That looks like the best gun so far for Lag. Out of the match, out of the round. Some good pre-fires through the wall there. Hang on, take some damage.
And they're just cutting off the map. Great headshot by Salmo on that castle.
Absolutely chopping this map into pieces and taking anybody left outside of those pieces with them.
And it looks like Salmo got the audio.
Blur goes down.
Second too late, but Grim with the 3K already.
And as it seems to be every round, Mute is the last one left here. Gets rid of Grim. 3v1. The plant isn't down. They actually didn't have it, but WTR gets rid of Mute. I don't think any of the frost mats were triggered in regulation, I should say. And
like you said, they got so comfortable swinging Diver that
Oh,
I don't
man.
even think they were worried about the plant that round. They were
No.
just going for the frags at that point because that them 3 were collapsing on that one player, and the bomb wasn't even close to anywhere to plant yet.
Yep, NeVe is out of their element. Lag is in theirs, and that is reflecting in the score right now as it's 6-0.
Already match point.
Already match point at the half.
But we are switching sides though. And this
Right.
is where I feel like NeVe is the strongest is on their offense.
Yeah,
And I agree with the Thatcher presence. And you don't see Capital picked a lot these days anymore. So that's interesting to see that. So they're definitely gonna they're gonna play the OBJ and try to get that bomb down.
Capital, I think, is so underrated, and he is great on. Now, of course, they went downstairs, but on that cache server site, he can be great from the strip club roof, shooting through the window, getting fire put down where a bandit or a mute or somebody would normally be tricking that wall and displacing them, so you can open it up. Of course, we're not going to get to see that happen this time because Lag opted to go downstairs on the first round.
It makes me wonder if these teams have played each other before because Mila getting the Jackal pick, it was like she almost read their mind that they were going to go basement, right?
Yeah, you don't pick Jackal if they're going upstairs normally because the roam play isn't quite as much of a factor.
But what's really tricky here for this site is WTR picked that Vigil, and if that Vigil's playing that main floor, you don't know whether he's top or bottom floor.
That's true. It can raise the hairs on the back of your neck when you're droning to see that distortion on your screen and not know if he's right next to you on the other side of the wall, above you, or below you.
Right.
So, as we see from NeVe at WTR,
And there goes that
WTR gets
Vigil.
shirt. The Vigil is out. Excuse me, the Vigil gets a kill onto the Thatcher. The Thatcher is out. And he's just pestering these guys through the soft wall. He might get another, but no, Blur gets him. Nice headshot onto WTR.
That was much
And-
needed too.
And what a bad time to not remember to get the default cam when somebody's playing the soft wall in server.
Right. Got a minute worth of intel on you.
Yeah.
But that Vigil right there was being a menace. Blur really needed to handle that situation real quick, and still, him being the hard breacher, it was a dangerous game to play, even bothering fighting back with him.
Right, and you just lost a Vigil, but you took out a Thatcher. Is that a good trade, Smoto?
Cade's not on the board, so it's not the worst.
Right.
You know, Cade's not on the board. They can still get their hatches.
That is
The only
true.
problem is Ace can only get one of these hatches.
Right.
The
it
way that
takes
his hard
two
breach is
now.
developed. So maybe
That's
they
right.
didn't know that they were going to go basement, but it was a lucky pick that they picked Jackal.
Yeah.
So but the Capital does have hard breach tool diver. So
Yeah,
he's
that's
kind of
true.
like essentially a one-man army. He has 2 smokes, 2 fires that can be used like nades if you wanted to.
It looks like they've got they feel comfortable with their top and their main floor clear. They've only got 55 seconds left, but they're going to go ahead and open up that hatch in kitchen, and they're going to have to work a little bit quicker now as they only got 45 seconds left. It is a 4v4 man count, so it's even up, and we're pushed. Excuse me, they've already pushed down the main stairs. Oh man, what
Ooh, and
bad
barely missing that
timing.
headshot. Good shot by Grim on catching him at that bottom main.
And he goes straight back up to the hatch for anybody trying to catch him laying down. Mila with that Jackal, I'm not really sure if they're getting any intel because nobody seemed to be roaming. And he's working his way
Coming
down blue
to it,
stairs
they're
now.
going to have to just take it.
Yep. And Mute goes down. It is now 4v2. Lag has the man advantage again. He's just going to have to run through the fire and the smoke at the same time. Leaves him with no health, and he goes down very quickly.
Yeah, and that was really unfortunate that smoke went off right after they did the flames from the
Fast service
Capital,
site, he can be
which
great
caused double
from the-
damage
the-
there
the
that
strip-
forced the
strip
Jackal to
on the
run
roof,
through it
shooting
because he
through
was
the
so
window.
crunched for time. But good game.
Yeah, I was extremely impressed by Lag that game. And Rev, I think you owe me, what was it, 20? No, that was last time. It was $50 this time, right?
No.
Oh, okay. Off stream.
Now, are we doing one game?
I'll let you settle off stream. I think tonight is 1.
Yeah, tonight is just one game. Let me double check that. Yep, tonight we just have one game. Tomorrow we have 2.
Yes, sir.
So while we're waiting to see whether we've got a interview or not, why don't you guys kind of go over a refresher real quick of what stood out most to you guys?
I wanna speak about that last round a little bit because, like Diver pointed out, that the default counts are still up, and they got a big pick on the Thatcher that put them at a man disadvantage very early into the round, which you just can't afford that, especially being down that many rounds that you need this round. So mistakes like that just can't happen, right?
No,
And then the ace, when they were getting crunched for time, the ace had to force himself down in the main and take a fight that he could have got an extra wall open with one more breach charge. They created another line of sight that it seemed like they got stalled so bad because the defense hit them with so much pressure early and getting that big pick that it forced them into taking fights that wasn't in their comfort zone. And it was really unusual seeing that from NeVe getting taken out of their comfort zone like that.
Yeah, I agree. And it wasn't that it was a bad game at all.
No.
In fact, I don't know if I've ever seen a better straight up skunk 7-0 victory in Siege. That was extremely entertaining. Those gunfights were really heated. There were several rounds that came down to the final seconds, but lag just seemed to always be in the right place at the right time every
Right.
round when it really mattered. And again, they like NeVe had the other night, lag seemed to always have a man advantage when it mattered.
Right.
And the gunfights, both of these teams, we know now with lag, but we already knew that NeVe had gunners on their team. But Lycos really impressed me.
Oh yeah. Lycos clutched 2 rounds there, where he got two quick frags right behind each other at the end of the round that was either gonna make or break the round. They're either winning or losing this, and he clutched up both times.
Yeah,
And
I believe it was round 2 in the server site. He planted and then clutched with 2 kills. And the
Right.
very next round in basement, he had another clutch. And he was just a force to be reckoned with, and I think was really responsible for that early momentum that lag
Right.
was able to gain.
and they were gaining so much real estate quicker than we've seen in a while. Gaining
Yeah.
that much real estate to cut the map off, like gaining a lot of real estate, we've seen that happen. Gaining free
Right.
real estate, but being able to gain free real estate into a position to where you've already cut the map off at the same time of gaining that real estate, because that made the game
Yeah.
very quick paced. What's up?
Hello.
All right,
we
everybody, we've
have,
got Grim Flutz here for a quick little interview. How's it going, man?
Hi. It's pretty good.
Yeah, congratulations on the win tonight.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, what was it that brought you guys to a complete 7-0 shutout tonight? Do you think? Because we've seen the other team play before, and they've wiped out both the other teams that we've seen them play against. So this is really something special to watch them get taken down so magnificently.
So we had a bad game, our previous one. So we had to come out pretty strong, and yeah, this is how we usually play.
You had a bad previous game, and you just came out swinging this game.
Yeah. Come out with everything.
Have you played NeVe Aurora before?
No.
No, so you really did just come out swinging, and I was really impressed. Your attacks seem to mimic what we've seen from NeVe Aurora, really methodical, and you guys were taking the rafter so easily. Was that really the goal, to get that spot to make your main push on that cache server site, or were you just kind of waiting to see what pick you would get and then push off of it?
So we do our takes like main breach, we get stock control, and then go for rafters. But since they're making feed holes, like the last round we pushed rafters, we just decided to go all rafters,
Right.
rafters, and then 2 outside plat.
And what I gotta add to that is, throughout every round on attack that y'all had, y'all took so much real estate, and it seemed very aggressive, but it was almost free real estate at the same time. But the real estate that y'all were gaining, y'all wasn't putting people in places that didn't matter. It wasn't like you were getting real estate so we can get this hatch open. Y'all gained real estate to cutoffs. Y'all had somebody in all the way down dirt and all the way down main and cut the map in half before you even bothered opening anything up. Was that planned, or did you just drone and off the fly was like, this is free real estate, let's take it?
No, that's always planned. We always have a kid down main at the start, just cut him off.
Oh yeah,
It really
y'all
restricts
that's
them.
part of y'all's aggressive playstyle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well y'all worked that perfectly
It was
then.
beautiful. Yeah, it was beautiful. They couldn't rotate anywhere. You guys had the perfect angles and cutoffs, and that was really fun to watch. How about Lycos tonight? Early round clutches by that guy. What a gunner!
What a
Is
gunner
that how he
indeed.
plays all the time? Or is that
He usually
anyone
plays a
else?
little bit better than that.
Really plays better than tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
What a compliment because
Man.
he was fun to watch tonight. I think I don't know. Would you say MVP
Uh, I
of the
say
game?
I
him or
would say
spam.
MVP.
Yeah.
Would you say?
Him or spam. Spam
Him or
wasn't
Spam?
fragging out, but he was getting so much control. It really helped.
And he was the one getting the dirt control that
Yeah,
was
all
adding
the
to the
cutoffs.
main cutoff.
And he pushes in stock and most of the time in garage first.
Right. And since y'all had that vigil, were y'all planning on the vigil to roam like that, or were y'all just trying to stall on the vigil, or did y'all notice that they didn't shoot default cam at the end there and made a play off of that?
We didn't know they didn't shoot default cam until they're like putting the breach charge down. But after that, we rotated me for like swamp and then spam to help him out upstairs. So
So that was just an off the fly.
yeah, off the
play
fly.
right there because
Yeah.
you noticed. Well,
That's,
good for y'all to take advantage of,
Yeah.
of the small things because at the end of
Yeah.
the day, that's what matters in Siege, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's great instinct. And then, of course, you guys always seem to be in the right place at the right time, making good decisions. But you had the gun skill to match, and obviously tonight to better NeVe Aurora. So congratulations on that. That was really fun to watch.
That was
Thank you.
phenomenal
Do you feel
gameplay
like-
all night long.
Yeah, do you feel like you just won that game 7-0, easy peasy? Good night. Or do you feel like that was a little bit harder won than what the score actually says?
That's like a mixed feeling, you know. We played, in my opinion, we played good. The first round, like as soon as it was like a 1v2, we took a step back and we're like, okay, let's not lose this and not drop any rounds. And then it was a hard fought victory on our side. Yeah, I'd say that.
Oh yeah, because NeVe, we've casted NeVe a few times, and we know NeVe has gunners, right? But it seems like y'all's gunners matched them as far as gunplay, but y'all were able to put your gunners in better positions to win. You had a better position to win the fight, right?
Yeah, that's me, Cyber, and Water.
Yeah.
Cyber drones us in. I call the pushes. Water. Second IGS. Perfect. Easy.
Well, y'all did a great job, and it was a pleasure watching y'all. Y'all keep up the good work. I'm excited to watch y'all again.
Yeah, it was
Thank
a pleasure
you.
watching you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Peace.
Have a
Later.
good one. All right, so we'll go ahead and just shout out our schedule real quick. Tomorrow we are casting LSG versus Fox and Foxtail at 7:30 on this channel. Make sure you're hearing immediately afterwards at 9 o'clock. We're going to have Cosmosis versus Yazi. If I'm pronouncing that incorrectly, somebody let me know. So doubleheader. I don't know that we'll even go offline in between. It just depends on the time that the first one ends. It should be relatively close. Maybe we'll take a little break and just go to the be right back screen. So make sure you're there. Again, it'll be 7:30 Eastern Standard Time is when the first game will start. And also, I know that I'm having issues typing out the command for my Twitch. If you guys are interested in watching more of what us as the Outcasters do, because we are just a separate team that's been brought in specifically to cast these matches. If you want to watch more of what we've got, go up to the top, type in Outcasters Esports. Make sure you hit the follow button. You can find us on YouTube. And Outcasters Esports is also the vanity tag for our Discord as well if you want to jump in. We do community game nights, and we organize a lot of fun stuff there. And the main thing that we're doing, or have been doing in the past, was VR games. And so now we're switching into the PC realm. So if you guys have any interest in VR, make sure you stop in there as well, because there's plenty of it.
And we have a charity event coming up too, right, Ref?
Yes, we do. So in April on the 3rd, we have a National Breast Cancer Foundation charity event that we are casting. It's not our event. It's being run by Lipinski, but this is going to be a round-robin double elimination, I believe, style event. It's going to be Onward VR. If you have VR, jump in and play. If you don't have VR, donate. If you can't donate, just stop by and watch. It's going to be a great, great freaking stream. It's absolutely amazing. Last one we did was for Stack Up, which helps veterans with PTSD and currently serving military forces overseas get game consoles and internet so that they can still connect with people back home and have a good time and get their mind off of things. So, that's just a couple of the different things that this charity group has done. If you are interested in it, make sure you stop by our Discord. Again, it'll be discord.gg/outcastersesports. Get a hold of myself or ask about it in the main chat, and somebody will get you the link for it immediately.
That's awesome.
Anything last minute for you guys?
That's it for me. What about you, Diver?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything else. That was great to get an interview with one of the players from LAG. Good to get some insight. That's always fun. And I appreciate everybody who tuned in to watch, and I appreciate Underground League for giving us an opportunity here to cast for their games and watch these fun teams play.
Definitely.
Always.
All right, guys. Well, if that's it, we're going to go ahead and head out for the night. We'll catch you tomorrow at 7:30.